Today in crypto, with the markets pumping, I want to take a few minutes to talk with you about the critically important topic of taking profits. Learning how to take profits is what inevitably separates the winners from the losers in the markets. And I'm sure that I know which one of those two that you want to be. My name is Lark, and this is where you subscribe for all of the hottest and all of the latest happening out here in the wild, wild land of crypto. Also, the first issue of Wealth Mastery went out today. I am mega bullish on this newsletter. I cover all of the important market moving events that are happening right now that you need to know about as an investor. There's an exclusive AMA with the founder of Kyber Network, hot technical analysis on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Stellar Lumens, on DEBIT, and on Cartesi. The pros and cons of getting a second passport. Just what the heck are flash loans? So it's explained for you. And a detailed research report on the Balancer crypto token, which is a buzzy new DeFi project. All of that every week to your inbox for only $39 a month. That is insane value. Next week, there will be an AMA with Elrond, a report on DeFi money market, a review of Polkadot, and much more. Save your time and let us help you do the research and keep you ahead of the curve. There's a link down below where you can learn more and get signed up. Okay, so on to today's topic. I'm making today's video because we have seen some really major pumps across the board for the crypto markets, which means that many of you will be stuck in a state of emotional turmoil. Greed will be there whispering in your ear. New paradigm of money. Number only go up. Dogecoin to $1. Choose the color of your Lambo now. And whispering into your other ear will be the fear. Bubble popping soon. Great Depression 2.0 coming. This isn't sustainable. What if Dogecoin isn't actually the standard? Welcome to cryptocurrency investing. The emotional game can without a doubt be one of the hardest to master. Your emotions will be tested time and time again. In most cases, you are going to be your own worst enemy. You're going to hold for too long. You're going to sell too soon. You're going to sell a position that hasn't pumped to ride a pumping coin only to get caught holding a bag and watch the one that you sold pump hard. It happens, man. It happens. And look, to be clear, I cannot tell you when exactly to sell which cryptocurrency, but I can give you some practical tips that I hope can be useful for you to help you make your own calls. Because this is the harsh and simple truth. No one can make those calls for you. You are in the driver's seat. It's exciting, but it's also a lot of responsibility. Okay, now, first and foremost, we obviously need to address the elephant in the room. What do you actually sell into when you take profits? Well, that of course depends on you. It could be Bitcoin, it could be Ethereum, it could be a stable coin, you could withdraw cash to your bank account, or you could even get yourself some gold. All of those have their pros and they have their cons, obviously. Taking profits into Bitcoin, that tends to be my personal goal with most of my altcoin trading. I mostly just buy Ethereum these days, but I also have a couple of Ethereum denominated short-term positions in play, so it's not exclusively Bitcoin for altcoin trades. In terms of cash, I of course do withdraw some cash back to my bank account because, you need money still in the world outside of crypto. But I do also like leaving a bit of my money sitting in stablecoins, then drop those on something like BlockFi to earn way higher interest rates than you're ever going to get at a bank for your dollars. And then, of course, there's gold. Look, for me, I like the idea of having just a little stack of the yellow stuff around somewhere. So over time, I will take a small percentage of my gains into gold. So something to keep in mind. But look, what's going to work for you personally? That's up to you, man. Some people only want more Bitcoin. Some people only want more cash. I'm not here to judge. You do whatever you want. But one thing that you must get engraved into your brain is that realized gains only happen when you sell. Far too many investors get stuck in the land of unrealized gains, watching the number go up, 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 up on paper, but not actually pulling the trigger to sell. It's that old, you're rich on Tuesday night and you're broke on Wednesday morning kind of deal. Unrealized gains, they're a tough pill to swallow if you watch them happen and they go down. So one trick you can apply when thinking about making these kind of decisions is using the regret theory. So which option would leave you with the least amount of regret? Selling now or taking some profits now, locking those profits in, but possibly missing out on more gains, or not selling and watching all of your gains disappear and then going into a loss? I know my answer to that question, but what about you? One thing, of course, that will help you keep disciplined is having a gosh darn game plan when you enter your investment. So many people just buy stuff and never think about what they're actually going to do with it. Set those sell targets when you buy. That should be what you're thinking about when you buy something. What am I going to do with this? What is my exit plan? I know that in of itself can be hard for new investors. I mean, if you don't know TA, then finding levels of resistance is tricky, or looking at historical levels of price can be tricky. But you can always invest based on sentiment. I mean, there's always the idea that, in times of extreme fear, you get out there and you buy whatever is going around in the market. And then in times of extreme euphoria, you sell. You can, of course, use the Crypto Fear and Greed Index to see what is going on in the market in terms of this, or just go to Twitter and see if investors are depressed and talking about everything's going to be terrible, or if they're talking about buying Teslas. It's usually a good indication of where the market's at. But one of the easiest ways, of course, is just setting a realistic price target per coin. For example, you might buy, let's say, Cosmos today for around $3.50. Now, considering this has a market cap of $200 million, seeing Cosmos, considering the fundamentals of it, move up to a $1 billion market cap, really not all that crazy. So you could have a target of $17.50 per coin. But a price target of $1,750 per coin, at this time, that is quite unrealistic, as it would require a $100 billion market cap for Cosmos. Now, I'm not saying that isn't possible. Ethereum hit $132 billion in terms of market cap in the last bull run. That definitely surprised a lot of people. But you are going to potentially be waiting for a very, very long time for that to happen, if it ever does happen. Now, what you could do, though, is a little something like this. So when the price hits $17.50, sell 40% of your stack. This ensures that you got your capital investment back and you doubled your money. And now you can keep a moon bag worry-free. You've made money, you got your capital back, and if it goes to the moon, if it goes parabolic, you're set. You got a position. It's a nice way to play it, and you're going to sleep a lot better at night. That's laddering out, so taking positions, setting those sell orders at different price points to leave your position. It could be a good way to exit an investment. Because you just need to accept this. You will most likely never buy the exact bottom or sell the exact top. The real money, it's made in the middle. We can also, of course, differentiate here between short-term and long-term positions. There are some positions that I am in that have much more modest sell targets. They're short-term plays. Those could take months or even a year to play out, but when it happens, I will take profits and I will move on. No regrets. Whereas others have multi-year timelines. So that might also be something that you want to factor in when making your price targets as well. And obviously, we all hope that we're just special geniuses and our crypto picks will only go up. Everything that we buy will go to the moon. Man, it always happened like that, though. So please manage your risk. Protecting your capital is incredibly important. Understand this. It takes a 25% gain to recover from a 20% loss. It takes a 100% gain to recover from a 50% loss. And it takes a 300% gain to recover from a 75% loss. So sometimes the right time to sell is not when a crypto is going up. And look, I know, cutting a loss can be hard, but taking a big loss can be even harder, and cutting losses has saved me many times before. Remember, you can always re-enter a position later if you really believe in that cryptocurrency. Buy it when it's cheaper, get out, buy more, increase your stack, all that stuff. And on the topic of risk management, going all in on a random altcoin, that might seem like a good idea today when the markets are going up, but it is an inherently risky move. Yes, I will gain less if this moons super hard, but I also protect my downside, which to me is very important. Now, the thing that is probably on a lot of your minds right now is, Lark, what are you talking about? If this is really the start of a macro trend reversal, then selling now is crazy, man. So why are you even making a video discussing it? We're going to the moon, baby. Yeah! Sick gains, Lambo life. Well, I'm glad you asked that question, to be honest, because you see, what I really want, and what's always been the objective of this channel, I want to see you succeed. I want to see you get those sick gains. And I want to see you make real, actual, realized, bankable gains. Not watch unrealized gains come and go and just evaporate into the wind. Look, you can use the ideas in this video now or in a year and a half or whatever when things start to get really, really crazy, or at any time in between. But just remember, don't let greed take over your mind. When you get a win, make sure to actually make it into a win by taking profits. Multiple coins have done 10x, 20x, 50x, or more this year. If you have taken zero profits on such a move, then ask yourself, what are you doing, man? Remember, this is investing. Don't marry your investment. You're not betraying the community, you're not betraying me or anyone else when you sell. Although you may be betraying yourself if you don't. You're here to make money. Keep that in mind and do it when the time comes. All kinds of crazy can happen in this market. The volatility is notorious, and you can get derailed on the gains train real fast in crypto. So lock in those profits when you get them. Now, what am I doing personally? I'm sticking to my game plan. I have long-term holds that I don't plan on cashing out for a very long time. Things like my Bitcoin and my Ethereum, for example. I have shorter-term plays with active sell orders, and those might take a while to hit, but the sell orders are there. I have wait-and-see cryptos that I haven't quite made my mind up on yet, and yes, of course, I have even taken a little bit of profit here and there on some of the big moves that have happened recently in the crypto market. Now, I go into this in more depth in my portfolio video if you want to understand my logic behind some of my moves with different cryptos in terms of short and long-term investing. But remember, there are 1,001 strategies for taking profits, but the key thing is, no matter what strategy you use, is that you actually pull the trigger when the time comes. Now, I'll leave you with this simple quote by the famous investor Bernard Baruch. Nobody ever lost money taking a profit. Remember that. Anyway, those are my two Soshis for today. Your question, what is your profit-taking strategy? If you don't have one, why not? Let me know down below in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, I massively appreciate your time. Hope you're having a freaking awesome day wherever you are and whatever you are doing out there in the wild, wild of the world. Beyond crypto. It exists. I've heard stories. Anyway, they have me trapped down here. No. Guys, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.